everyone, go to the comments. Time for another edition of Hobby Sports, Anime, and Toku. Today, let's talk about a certain anime now that Pokemon finally revealed that Ash defeated Leon officially. Let's talk about one thing about a Pokemon ripoff that's basically the inspiration, a show that inspired the inspiration for Team Rocket, and that is Dinosaur King. Okay, Dinosaur King's not the show that inspired Pokemon, but it's kind of a ripoff of Pokemon, plus a ripoff of Time Boken, being the anime that inspired freaking Team Rocket to begin with. So it's sort of a Pokemon Team Rocket was basically the evil team of the show, and this show is basically ripping off the original source of Team Rocket's inspiration, but doing it in a way that feels like Team Rocket, but anyhow, that's not the point. Point is, we're talking about Dinosaur King. Okay. This show is split into three characters, kids being Max and whatever the two others, but I'm going to do their main dinosaur for their names because that would be more memorable for me. So Max's one is a lightning attribute being for a Triceratops. The mysterious character, the best friend, who is basically a sort of a rival lead, who's not really a rival lead, and the source of the plot is the Ankylosaurus character, Carnosaurus, for him being air. The girl, basically, for the good guys, the girl of the team being Parasaurolophus, being life. And the bad guys, which have fire, water, and air. And the fire one is like our Jessie equivalent, being T-Rex, Spinosaurus for water, and Ankylosaurus for earth. And there are others of those attributes, but those are the core six of the show. And the show is not really good, but it was a good Pokemon ripoff. Kinda. Like, it was a good series, being spiritually both Pokemon and Time Boken, which was basically the inspiration for Team Rocket, but which I won't over-explain now. But the point is, Pokemon Dinosaur King is a good ripoff at the end, but I will get into with the plot. Basically, we start off with just Max getting the Triceratops and learning SD form, which is basically all the main dinosaurs, plus some of the special move cards, which are basically the show's special attacks. But for a show, it's not really good of a Pokemon ripoff, being Sega's equivalent of a Pokemon ripoff after Pokemon has been out, since that in the games were originally for the Game Boy Advance in Japan, but in the US release, they were more for the DS. Which is kind of weird, but being a Spectrum ripoff, which is another Pokemon ripoff, which I will explain in another time if I do a Pokemon ripoff series. Got that? Good. Basically, this show, good, the main villain being a mysterious bonus character who mostly steals some of the other dinosaurs, members of the team on occasion. This villain is our main villain for the first half. Then the second half, after then discovering the past, the main character's mentors, being the main character's background, him from being the future, even if he wasn't born in the past, kind of confusing, but the point is he gets sent as a baby, and basically his parents are missing, and at the end of the first season they find it, and basically season 2, or the second season, or the last third of the show, or the time arc, which is kind of weird because that's when it becomes more like Time Boken, which is basically the Pokemon inspiration for Team Rocket. That's why I'm saying, yes, this is the show that's being knocking off Pokemon with dinosaurs, but they're also ripping off the show that inspired Team Rocket for a little bit. But anyhow, the point is the show is great. The later episodes are kind of like adding armor modes for the main characters. Main 6 dinos, and now both sides are now all good as a plot point, but really, point is new faction that are Crystal Dinosaur, being based on the moving, but more evil, but really there's only like a few of them because by the first season they get most of the dinosaurs in their arsenal show up in by the third season as like a plot point. But anyhow, the show is good, even if this is basically what being rip-off Time Boken, or the show that inspired why Japan's not good with time travel. Yep, Japan's not good with time travel plots because they're kind of lazy-ish with that, with them altering history but fixing it by the end of the episode, which is kind of lazy, but anyhow, it shows okay, but not bad. It's a good 4Kids show, being the 4Kids version came out at the same time as Pokemon leaving 4Kids, so the dub for Dinosaur King became the quote-unquote replacement of Pokemon Just to Know. But yeah, that's another video. Hope you liked the video. Leave a comment down below if you like Pokemon getting replaced with Dinosaur King with the 4Kids stuff as a fun fact. Just to know. Hope you didn't learn that and learn Source of Team Rocket, but really, that's another point. This is coming saying bye-bye for now.